Hey, you're listening to Don't Make Sense. I'm Dr. Vivian Rodriguez, an educational psychologist, blogger, educator, and coach who loves to talk about style, life, creating, and mental health. Okay, so I started this podcast to create a space to talk about style and substance, to talk about the complexities of being a woman who's authentic and thriving. All right, let's get into it. Okay, in this episode, we're going to be talking all about what you don't want in a white dress. So, I like a white dress. I think a lot of us do, right? Because it's like kind of a crisp and clean look. But it's one of those items that if kind of if it goes wrong, it goes really wrong. And so, we're going to get into what are some tips to avoid, things to avoid when wearing a white dress so that you can rock this item and feel good. So you like Amazon, but you don't know what styles to get? Go ahead and check out my Amazon Live. I'm an A-list creator, which means I do a lot of lives and people like them. So go ahead and head over to the show notes for this episode to go and join the live. And don't forget to follow me on Amazon. And then keep in mind, as an Amazon associate, I do earn from qualified purchases, and all opinions are my own. And I'll see you guys around. Hey, I know you guys do not have a ton of time to just be scrolling through social media. You got better things to do, right? So that's why I revamped and relaunched my Fave Finds newsletter. And what I did is, it's kind of a in case you missed it. So I scour through the internet to find some styles for midsize and curves. And I also add just some different podcast episodes or books that I'm into lately, just some good stuff for your email inbox. So go ahead and head over to the show notes for this episode to sign up for my Fave Finds. And don't worry, I'm not going to spam your email inbox. It'll be some good stuff. All right, my first tip, what to avoid with the white dress, is you don't want to have fabric that is too thin. You want to get a dress with substantial fabric. Why? Because the dress will provide you with coverage then. So, unlike black and darker tones, white is more revealing. And so you want to have fabric that's a bit more thicker. So you're going to look smooth and sleek. And it also just kind of elevates your outfit when it's not too thin. Likewise, another reason why you don't want it to be too thin is because then it's going to be more likely to be see-through and you're going to be able to see your undergarments, your bra, your shapewear, all of the things. So that's another reason why you want to go with a more substantial fabric. Second thing, you do not want to get the wrong fit. Fit is always key with dresses, but I think it's especially important when you wear a white dress. White is a bit more revealing, like we just mentioned. So you want to, do yourself a favor and get the right fit. So I think it's just like that Goldilocks idea of just like, you don't want it to be too loose or too tight. Just in general, I think most of your clothes, that's the rule. You want the dress to skim your frame, not squeeze it, because again, then it's not going to, look as chic and elevated. And being white, it's going to be more revealing and you're just going to probably feel less comfortable. So what I like to do is I like to do like the sit down test. So when I get an item and I want to figure out, okay, is it going to fit me? Am I going to feel comfortable? I'll like move around in it, sit down in it. And, if I'm not feeling uncomfortable when I sit down or it's tugging or any of those kinds of, issues, then I think it's a win and I go for it. But if I'm already messing with it when I'm just trying on and trying to adjust it a lot or it's uncomfortable when I sit down, it's not going to work. So with white too, it can be more kind of visible when the fit is wrong. So again, just go with something that's going to work for you and you may need to size up or size down with different items to find that right fit. Poor quality, that is the other thing you want to avoid when it comes to a white dress. So don't skip on quality when buying a white dress. It doesn't have to be expensive. Just look for dresses that are well made and have structure to them. Because for instance, if like the stitchings kind of looks sloppy, you'll be able to really see it. If the fabric itself is not that, well structured or well made or just looks kind of, kind of raggedy, that's what's going to look like on you. So go for quality. And what I like to do is, I kind of keep an eye out for dresses that I like, just not even when I need to take, like, have them for something, right? So I might just have a dress that I get just to have like as my kind of, I don't know, like a bank of dresses to have because an event will come up and then I'll be like, boom, I got something that fits me, looks great. And especially if there's something that I really want to wear white or it would look, great for the event, I already have a dress then that fits me and that is of quality. So that's what I would do. Just keep an eye out for when you find something of quality and snag it up and just keep it in your closet for those events that you may kind of have to go to. So you're not scrambling last minute and then what are you doing last minute? Then you end up going to the store looking for something, and that's when you find like nothing. So when you're not looking is when you'll probably find something that's going to work for you long term. All right, so there you have it. These are my kind of no-nos with getting a white dress. So get a white dress that checks off all of these boxes, and you will be good to go. Like what you're hearing? Go ahead and subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. You can also share the podcast on Instagram and tag me at Live by Viv. As far as my music, it's The Croft by Joachim Karud. And everything we talked about in this episode can be found in the show notes on livebyviv.com. Okay, and remember, don't mix in because you don't need to.